Welcome back to AI in 5. I'm your host, Simon Chris, and joining me today from Melbourne is Alex Berkovich. Now, Alex is a computer vision specialist, and we're going to be talking about the role of vision-based AI in business. Hi, Alex. Welcome to AI in 5. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Simon. Thank you.
Now, I've been really waiting for this one. I've been waiting to talk to a vision AI specialist. Can you start off by just briefly explaining what is vision-based AI?
Absolutely. So vision-based AI, computer vision, is all about automatic decisions based on visual input. It could be an image, it could be a video stream. And so, for example, you're sending a drone with a camera and you're sending it over a field. You say, okay, this area needs more watering, this area needs more plants. It could be something else entirely. Obviously, automatic vehicles, autonomous driving is based on visual input. And it could be something else in the medicine aspect. It could be looking at x-rays and an assistant or automatic assistant to doctors that would say, okay, this is okay, fracture, broken, whatever. So any type of visual input and then the decision based on that.
Okay, there has to be some really cool cutting edge stuff going on. And I've read on the Accredata site everything from choosing a rotten raspberry in amongst the whole production line of raspberries through to identifying cracks in railway wheels while they're going around. Like, it's obviously got huge applications. Where are you seeing the common applications and the super cool ones?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's such a broad area. And as you mentioned, it could go from agriculture, medicine, robotics, inline inspection of production lines. The common applications would be probably surveillance, would be probably facial recognition, doing something like that, things that we've seen in the movies. It's obviously it's a real thing. Something more recent that is super cool is obviously image generation, video generation. It's amazing what has happened over the last even 2-3 years, and the quality of the images. You cannot differentiate between real images and fake the generated images. I think there is so much more that we can advance there, especially in the video section.
Yeah, wow. And you hit on a really interesting one for me, which is facial recognition. Now, of course, everybody is worried about facial recognition having bias, or, it singles out Asian people or something. How are you seeing that being combated, or is that even something that's being talked about in your field?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a huge issue. It's a huge problem. So modern computer vision models, the AI part is based on deep learning, deep models, which is a fairly new implementation, or the size of the models has increased drastically over the last few years. And this is what gives them so much more power, let's call it this way, than 10 years ago. Definitely the bias is a huge factor. And one of the things that we need to address is the data that we use to train those models, to optimize them. Like any machine you build, if you have rotten foundations, the output will be bad. So here as well, you want your system, facial recognition, to work on different groups, different ethnic groups, different, obviously, people, different ages. You need your data to be balanced. You need to have examples from each category, from each background, and it's the data is your gold.
Okay, and I'm going to ask a question that's completely left of center, and feel free not to answer it. But what's just occurred to me is I'm seeing things like kangaroo large language model being an Australian version of a large language model. So ultimately, I could see some kind of Australian-based vision model for people in particular. How do we account for the very few images that exist of Indigenous people? Because, a lot of them don't like having their photo taken. How do you balance for that?
That is a real challenge. Imbalance between examples, between classes, it's a real challenge in computer vision, in AI in general. The best thing I can offer is to try to convince those individuals to have more photos of them and to try to enrich the database as much as we can. Again, with low quality with less information, with less examples for the models to try to train on to see the statistics, the output would be not as good. And yes, it's a huge challenge. That's
Yeah,
exactly right.
wow. And in the last 30 seconds, I have to ask this question. What is the coolest use of vision AI that you've seen so far? Here
Again,
or abroad?
in my opinion, the image generation, the high quality, even faces, something that was unthinkable a few years ago. And now we see images, we see videos. I think this is amazing. This
Yeah,
is
okay.
truly amazing.
Awesome. This has been fantastic, but I can't let you go without asking you the same question I ask every guest. And that is, what's your one bit of advice? What's your one hot tip for someone who's just starting their AI journey?
So I think AI in general, obviously computer vision is the same. The topic is so broad. You have hardware, software, GPUs. You have the theoretical part behind it. I think there is something for anyone. And the cool thing, the great thing about it is you have open source libraries. You have solutions that are available online. You have open tutorials. You have courses. You can get started very quickly, understand, see if that's something that you want to proceed in, and then continue from there.
Fantastic. What a great AN5. I know we'll be chatting again. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you.